What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Tom Selleck.
That's right, Ninja. I need to lose the soul patch, and I'll go full Selleck on it. But on to baseball, Ninja. The Pirates put an absolute beat down on the Mets yesterday. Severino was tossing batting practice, and then Tyler Adcock came in and was giving up cock shots all over the place. But the real story here, per usual, Ninja, was Paul Skenes pitched, and another delightful outing from Skenes. And we talk about him a ton here, Ninja, but I have a direct question to you. Do you think he is the single best pitcher in baseball right now?
That's a great question. I've asked myself this. I actually ran a poll yesterday on X, just asking if people thought he was top 3 in the NL, and it was pretty clear that everyone did. Is he the top pitcher in baseball? Like, there are pitchers I would take above him, I think, if I wanted to win a game. He's certainly in that conversation. I mean, I love Tarek Skubal. I think Corbin Burns just has command of everything. He's fantastic. Someone like Zach Wheeler, really good pitcher. But Paul Skenes probably has the best stuff combined with command, maybe, that there is right now, as well as mound presence. I mean, Tarek Skubal's way up there as well. It's a tough question. I think it's unfair this quick in his career to say he's the best pitcher in baseball. He's among the best pitchers in baseball, certainly worthy of being an all-star. Yeah, I don't know. He may have the most talent of anybody, sure. Back to the game. Paul Skenes had 8 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits as the Pirates ransacked the Mets 14-2. They scored so many runs by home run that they ran out of fireworks at the stadium. Absolutely ridiculous. Skenes' first batter almost gave up a home run, and this would have been the 3rd consecutive game that he gave up a home run to the leadoff hitter. It just didn't have the distance, but you see his reaction here, just shaking his head. Later on in the game, he just painted with heaters, hit these wicked splinkers, wipeout sliders. I thought he showed his whole arsenal. Again, I don't think he was at his best. He was probably 85% of Paul Skenes, but 85% of Paul Skenes is enough to shut down most teams. Here's a couple of overlays. I have some fastball slider overlays and fastball splinker overlays. This is a record-setting outing by Paul Skenes. This was even covered in the UK by the Mail. Of course, they said Livy Dunn's boyfriend breaks MLB record. I mean, give my man some credit here. Well, I guess they are by saying he's Livy Dunn's boyfriend. I mean,
there are worse things to be known for.
He's had 7 or more Ks in 9 of his 10 MLB outings, which is the most of all time. That's ridiculous. And he's thrown 74 fastballs of over 100 miles an hour this year, which gives him more than double the next closest starter. And don't forget, he hasn't started for most of this season because he was in the minor leagues. Just ridiculous stuff from Paul Skenes. And yeah, like, all those stats do make you kind of think this guy may be the best pitcher in baseball right now. He certainly should be in the running for starting the All-Star game, which would be absolutely ridiculous if he did. He faced Luis Severino, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 7 runs and had this sweeper. Sonny Gray had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had these painted 2-seamers and curveball. So the Cards flew past the Nats 7-6. He faced Patrick Corbin, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. This fastball at the top of the zone and this inside 2-seamer. Nestor Cortez had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this painted fastball on these sweepers. He pitched really well, and he went up against Tanner Houck, who only had 1 K in 3 1/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He got rain delayed. He had this painted splitter. So you would think with all of this going on, there is no doubt the Yankees beat the Red Sox. But, Will, what happened?
Ninja, this was the game of the season for the Red Sox. And actually, it brought us our time of the day here. From Masa Yoshida in the top of the 9th inning, down 2 runs, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Game-tying jack here. Just an unbelievable bomb. And then the next inning followed up by Rafaela hitting the game-winning 2-run homer. Just an unbelievable win for the Red Sox. An unbelievable loss by the Yankees. Just utter losers here. And it was highlighted here by Volpe refusing to run home and costing the Yankees a crucial run here earlier in the game. Lackadaisical losing play here.
Well, I mean, is it too early to call the Red Sox the team of destiny?
I don't think it is, Ninja.
Enough about the Red Sox. Let's go on to the White Sox. Team of destiny. Drew Thorpe had 5 Ks in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. Had these wicked changeups as the team of destiny, the White Sox, topped the Marlins 3-2. He faced Brian Hoeing, who had 4 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 1 run. Had the slider and splitter. Tanner Bybee had 6 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these curveballs and changeups as the Giants beat the Guardians 4-2. Reese Olson had 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run. Olson had these wicked sliders and curveballs and these nasty changeups. In fact, he picked up 9 swings and misses on his changeup. And I do love his breaking stuff, but those changeups are also filthy. Reese Olson, you're a nasty man. More like a nasty boy. He kind of looks like he's 12. He helped the Tigers claw past the Reds 5-4. He faced Carson Spires, who had 3 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this cutter and sweeper. The Padres and D-backs scored a lot of runs yesterday. Most of them were in the 9th inning, as the Padres won 10-8. Randy Vasquez had 6 Ks in this game in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had the sinker and curveball. Albert Suarez had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these wicked curveballs as the Orioles slipped by the A's 2-1. He faced Hollywood Hogan Harris, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, and had this painted fastball and curveball. Aaron Nola had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Phillies conquered the Braves 8-6. I thought his knuckle curves were really sharp yesterday. And he faced Max Fried, who had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 runs, but it would have been a hell of a lot less if Trey Turner wasn't playing. He had these sinkers and curveball.
Yeah, Turner had a double dongs here in India, almost 900 feet of dong. One of them was 460, just mashing off Fried.
I really like Trey Turner. Even though he's an NC State guy and I'm a North Carolina guy, that's a big rivalry. Shane Baz made his first outing in a couple of years, coming back from TJ. He had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and looked really good. He had these fastballs up to 99 miles an hour and slider. Wasn't quite good enough to beat the Rangers. The Rays lost 3-0, but I'm just looking at Shane Baz's future, and his future is bright. He faced Michael Lorenzen, who had 4 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit. He's been really good this year. His ERA is now 3.21. He had these changeups. In the non-pitching ninja game of the day, the Astros outscored the Twins 13-12. That is so boring, Will. Pitchers duels. We do not like this game. Who wants to watch a 13-12 game? Poke my eyes out. Sean Dubin had 2 Ks in 2 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this changeup. And Pablo Lopez had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 6 runs. He had this changeup and curveball, and his stuff looked good. The results, not so good. Way too many runs, Will. Way too many runs.
Well, and bravo to the Twins fans who stuck around for this game, because it was 13-5 in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Twins brought it all the way back, including a grand slam, and but they came up just short, losing 13-12.
Does that actually make it good to stay around? Your team lost. You're like you just close enough to make you stay, and then you.
No, I mean, they're losers nonetheless. I'm not saying I'd rather be there. I'm saying I respect the fans.
No, I'm with you. I just think it's funny. Like I agree with you. I'm just like I'm an old fuddy-duddy when it comes to that shit. Like I'm like, my team doesn't win. It's great. I want to go home.
Oh yeah, I'd never be there.
Tyler Glasnow had a night. He had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 runs. In fairness, 4 run a grand slam, so they really don't count. His ERA now 3.47. He had this absolutely disgusting 90-mile-an-hour slider. I mean, look at the drop on this thing. I overlaid it with his fastball. It does show you how hard it is to hit off Tyler Glasnow. And despite Glasnow giving up 5 runs, 4 of them on that grand slam, the Dodgers still won the game 8-5. See, I told you grand slams don't count. He faced Aaron Savali, who had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had this backdoor cutter and this sweeper, including getting a swing on this sweeper in the other batter's box. Also, I love this pitch that was somehow called a strike on Ohtani. And you could see his head whip back like, what? Cole Reagans had 8 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these curveballs and changeups. And he faced Kyle Freeland, who was really solid yesterday. He had 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 earned run, as the Rockies rose above the Royals 4-2. He had these knuckle curves, which were a big pitch for him, and picked up a sword. Luis Castillo had 8 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run as the Mariners sunk the Blue Jays 2-1. He had this barrel-locking slider and this Expelliarmus fastball where the bat ends up way in the crowd. He faced Kevin Gausman, who had 10 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and these sliders and wicked splitters. In my outing of the day yesterday, Justin Steele had 7 strikeouts in a complete game, giving up 1 run on 2 hits, throwing to Maddox as the Cubs clubbed the Angels 5-1. He had these dirty Mississippi fastballs. You can see them cut. It messes up hitters constantly. And he had these sliders, picked up a sword on it. And I love him getting fired up after his complete game because you should get fired up. This is a big deal. Again, first career complete game for Justin Steele. He outdueled Griffin Canning, who had 4 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, hit his painted fastball on these sliders, and became a human pitch com here as he mouths fastball to his catcher and then nods outside and throws the pitch where he indicated. You can hear the announcers even pick up on this, like, I think he wants to throw a fastball here.
Wants to throw a fastball away, I believe.
Now to my filthiest relievers, Sam Henches had these sliders. Jojo Romero had this nasty slider. Ryan Walker had this filthy slider. Luke Weaver had these dirty changeups. And Craig Kimbrell had this fastball knuckle curve. And I did an overlay of his fastball knuckle curve so you can see why Kimbrell is just a nasty man. Dude, he's been good.
Future Hall of Famer.
Yep, I agree. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, I have this Blake Trinan sinker slider overlay. Look how far these pitches start off, and then they end up in the same point.
It's great to see the artist formerly known as The Witch back in full swing.
Absolutely. And one other cool thing, check this sequence out. He throws this pitch that Jackson Churio fouls off his foot. He is hopping around in pain clearly here. Next pitch, infield single, beats it out. The very next play, Blake Trinan picks him off first base. This is ridiculous. This is baseball. You can hear the Dodgers announcers talking about how beautiful the game of baseball is.
Sequence of events. What a sport. Whoa, it's a beautiful game.
At number 4, Evan Phillips and these sweepers. And I did this overlay of his fastball and sweeper. You can see why you would swing at a sweeper way off the plate. Filthy. At number 3, we have Tyler Glasnow and his 90-mile-an-hour slider. And I just didn't realize this. That's 3 Dodgers in a row for a game where I don't think they even pitched that well. Whatever. At number 2, we have Paul Skenes and everything. Paul Skenes, you're number 2. Not number 2 like poop.
He's the shit.
He is the shit. Paul Skenes, you are the shit. And at number 1, we have the man of steel, Justin Steele. First career complete game. Excellent work. You go, Justin. And now my pitching ninja moment of zen. We had the Cubs ball boy fall here. And then the next day, an outline of his body behind home plate. I love stuff like this. This is pure baseball. My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with Garrett Cole for 6 Ks or more, then take Taj Bradley for 6 Ks or more, and top it off with Matt Waldron for 5 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?